Oh, it looks like we're actually having, I believe it's their captain for the night anyway. Okay.
Yeah, actually, Jhedjuka is going to be stepping up to the plate for FS, nominating himself to go in and have a crack at Bourkes. So
Alright.
I think they might have used up all of their platinum level players, but I'm not sure about that. Actually, have they? I haven't been really keeping very good track on the leagues, but
Uh,
well, they've at least used one of them up in the last game, that's for sure.
yeah, no, definitely, definitely. So how do you pronounce that? J-Hedjuka. Oh no, Jhedjuka. Yeah, no, J-Hedjuka, that sounds better.
Jhedjuka? Jed, Jed,
Maybe it's like one of
Jhedjuka?
those silent letters. Maybe it's like Jhedjuka, and like the H is silent. Hmm.
Yeah, I think it is.
Or it's like one of those ones where something gets stuck in your throat and it goes huh, like so Jhedjuka. Maybe Anna. Sounds better with Jhedjuka.
Interesting name. I wonder if there's some sort of meaning behind it, because it kind of seems a bit that way.
Alright, let's see. So how many players did EG have at ROG? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Do they all qualify? How did they get there? Oh, invites and qualified. Sweet. Oh, Jhedjuka. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So it's just like the phonetic between Jew and Ka that you gotta. So Jhedjuka. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, yay. Huck renewed his EG contract. Oh, shit. Alright, and we're ready to roll. Alright, so, because you are late. Oh, yeah, we just gotta wait on Bourkes. You don't want to start without him. Alright, let's get this cranking. Oh. So we're now 4-3 in this series, and it looks like the Fusion Slugs have sent out their captain for tonight, Jhedjuka. Ah, crap, I forgot to swap the overlays around. I know this is going to be like wrong when I swap in, isn't it? Oh shit, no, it's correct. Nice. Alright, so would you like to take us away with the introductions once again?
Certainly, in the top right corner of GSL Daybreak, spawning as the Red Protoss, we have from FS, the team captain for tonight, Jhedjuka. And in the bottom left corner of the map, we have spawning as the Blue Protoss from QED once again, hoping to draw the series level in this game. We have Bourkes.
Yeah, would you be expecting him to try and do that same build? Like, Letter of the Law, same kind of pylon placement, and then the cannon rush that preceded? Or, no, it looks like he's actually going to go a bit more standard with this one.
I have no idea, but he sent out a very early probe, and so is Jhedjuka. Actually, he is going to be proxy 2 gating is Jhedjuka, because he's chucked his pylon down here at the front of the base. So at the front of the base of Bourkes. So he will be going for that probably 11-12 gate, or no, he's cancelled the probe. So it will be a 10 pylon, 10 gateway, 10 gateway. I would presume, but it's been scouted straight away by Bourkes. So that's rather unfortunate for him.
Yeah, no, I was watching
The gateway of Bourkes is going to be coming down the standard time now, and he will want to throw down another one of his own to defend against this properly. So
yeah, I was watching a
we
pro
see
stream the
we'll
other
see
day,
that.
yeah, and they said
Yeah.
that if you're getting proxy 2 gated like this, ooh, and he picks off that probe, that's going to be huge. That as long as you throw down your 2 gateways of your own, defender's advantage wins it, like maybe 8 or 7 times out of 10. I think someone tried to do it against Hero. Might have been, oh, maybe it was in like the GSL. Someone tried to do it to JYP or something like that. But yeah, so
Look at this from Bourkes. We
Bird.
have 3 gateways coming down in response. So, um, I'm not quite sure how this works. Does
I think
does
he's
he now
just going
cut
to try and
probes
mass.
and can make constant triple zealot? Because he could, you know, what he could do even is he could chuck it down a pylon at the top of Jhedjuka's ramp so he can't wall off, and then he can just start sending zealots in into Jhedjuka's base with this probe that Bourkes has hidden up here in Jhedjuka's base. But there is going to be zealots out in time for to deal with these zealots from Jhedjuka, assuming that the micro goes all okay. But triple zealots, 3 at a time, he's going to be able to deal with this just fine. But the bit that I'm interested is the follow-up from both of these players. So probes coming off the line, smart choice. Bourkes has shown us in previous weeks exactly when you need to be pulling probes and exactly when you need to be sending them back, and he's been really good with his micro in these sorts of engagements. And now Jhedjuka is just going to have to go running, chucking all the chrono boost into these zealots. He is not going to have the zealot count advantage. Yes, he is actually. So Jhedjuka could still make this work, but he's down by 1 probe at the moment. Is just chucking down a pylon and gas in his main. So I guess he's looking to transition out of this eventually, but it's just a tad supply block, but so is Bourkes, so he will be needing to throw down a pylon soon. Either that or he'll need to be engaging quite soon, and he does now throw down that pylon. So both players still cutting probes, but Jhedjuka is going back into probes now, and he does have quite actually a significant supply lead. So, interesting to see how this one turns out.
Yeah, the overlap's quite nice here for Bourkes, though, and he's able to sneak around and get a few extra hits off.
Oh, excellent micro. Beautiful micro, actually. Losing very minimal zealots there and keeping all of the ones he has alive with minimal hull damage. And really great play from him, but I think that one zealot managed to sneak into the mineral line and kill a couple of probes off, so...
He got 3, yeah.
That's just the edge that Jhedjuka's looking for. Cybercore now coming down for Jhedjuka.
Oh, Bourkes has a severe zealot lead now, and Jhedjuka's have even got less health than his, so he's going to be easily able to do this now, I think.
Oh, and not paying attention to those zealots, he is going to lose 2 of them for free, and taking damage on a third for free. So I feel like Bourkes needs to push in and kill all these gateways and pylons to press his advantage at the moment, because he does have that zealot count lead, and he can make something happen here. He still has the full scout in Jhedjuka's base, with this 1 probe being very, very annoying as Warp Gate does now start to go down. Still with the zealot count lead, 6 to 10 actually, so significantly, and still managing to micro those zealots so well. But we do have the first stalker coming out actually, and this could be a bit of a spanner in the works depending on how well he micros it. And the second stalker now out, so these 2 stalkers can kite almost infinitely. What I think he needs to do is what's called cloning, which is just putting 1 or 2 zealots on each of the stalkers, just to make them each attack and chase after one or the other of them, so that the others can start dealing damage to those gateways. And he is starting to try to do that now. He's
Oh, it looks like he's going to try and sneak around from behind and
looks like he might get it. The stalkers are going to be going up in the main, and they could actually start to do some damage to the probes. And these stalkers really paying for themselves here. Going to be doing a lot of damage, but actually only 1 kill on that stalker, so or now 2. So he still has work to do here, Jhedjuka, to pull himself back from this situation. But Bourkes now does have the probe lead, but there are 4 stalkers out on the field, so and still no cybercore, just a 4th gateway coming out. Still just making zealots and more zealots from his gateways. So interesting choice from him, and I think that might be a problem for him as the stalkers do start to come out. But there is a proxy pylon going up in the base of Jhedjuka. Still, the probe advantage is in favour of Bourkes, and he does have 2 gas up now. So here comes a cyber core, and he could transition into a DT play, which would be quite excellent for Bourkes from here, as Jhedjuka's transition has decided to be into a 4-gate. So it'd be really interesting to see how this one turns out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of a bit lost at the moment. If Bourkes had, because he was focusing down that gateway, I mean, if he'd been able to get that gate that's about half health, if he'd been able to get in there and actually kill that, I think he'd be in a much more solid position than he is now. At the moment, he's in a bit of a coin flippy situation where these stalkers are just going to deal too much damage, I think.
Yeah, and they can kite for so long, especially with a bit of a buffer of zealots in the front, and Probe's going to be pulled off, try and get us around on the stalkers, make sure that they absolutely can't leave. But the zealots are already doing their damage onto the zealots of Bourkes, but the first 2 stalkers do pop out from Bourkes, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's able to kill all the stalkers. He's going to take a lot of probe loss here. 5 workers killed now, 6, 9. Every time those stalkers stop and turn around to take a shot at probes, that number's going to keep going up, and it's now climbed up to 12, so really huge damage here, and just the stalker count's just too high from Jhedjuka here, and Bourkes is in such a fantastic position, and there we go, that's going to be the game and the series. So well done to FS there. Crazy last 2 games from Bourkes, and then eventually from the captain Jhedjuka. Just a bit unfortunate that Bourkes didn't quite respond to that 2-gate appropriately, but good decision making there from Jhedjuka, managing to win the series for Fusion Slugs, and a great series all around. So GG, well played to Jhedjuka and to Fusion Slugs, and we go home the losers 2 weeks in a row. So it's a bit unfortunate for us, but well played all around.
Yeah, I think next week we'll be going into so. What happens now is when these brackets get updated, so where you can see Group B right now, so Team Knight and Fusion Slugs will be the 2 groups in the green that'll progress through. QED and MGG, because we're in the lower half of this group, we'll be going on to, I think, like a losers kind of championship bracket to try and decide who gets 5th, who gets 6th, who gets 7th, etc. So there will still be games, I believe, next week and maybe the week after. But yeah, no, unfortunately QED out of the running, but Fusion Slugs keep their torch alight in their first in this maiden tournament of theirs.
Yeah, so unfortunate that QED doesn't progress, but well done for Fusion Slugs managing to progress through to the semi-finals, and we'll see what awaits them in terms of whether it's Fade, Tor, or IXL that they come up against next week, or maybe even Team Knight. So make sure that you guys come back next week. Maybe not on this stream since QED are now out of the tournament, but there'll be more streams coming up with Fusion Slugs playing against someone in the semi-finals, as well as Fade, Tor, Fade, maybe Tor, maybe IXL, and Team Knight. So yeah, that's us for this week, I think. So
yep, guys, definitely
we're out.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, thanks for Minnow for casting with me tonight. I'm sure we'll be back next week, guys. And also, at the moment, I'm not sure if it's still going on, but if you can catch the game with 9th Legion in it, go and watch that, because that is they're in the same situation we're in, where in Group A, they're fighting to see who goes through to the finals and then who goes into the lower bracket. Thank you, Boink, for correcting me on that. And yeah, so that'll be all from us this week, guys. Shout out to Esk in the chat, FS Fusion Slugs Esk. And guys, all my details are in the top left-hand corner. All of QED's details are in the middle. I'm going to leave the stream on for a bit whilst I just do some kind of tidying up stuff on my end. And thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll see you guys next time.